Hey there, it's Patmos, and nice of you to join me as we will continue our adventure with our somewhat historic town in Ostriv. And I know me just saying a somewhat historic town will get some of you in the comments again, and I love it. So I just want to take this little moment to thank you all for all your amazing comments on my videos at the moment. I get a lot of comment and shared thoughts and stuff on what we deem historic and whatnot, and we also get to learn a lot about different areas in the world with that, because we all live in different parts and we all have different backgrounds and different histories from our own surroundings, which makes town evolve differently. So it's really cool that we can share all of that, learn from each other, see how things are done in different areas, different geographical areas. So I love that. So thank you very much for sharing all those thoughts. Keep them coming. I love it. And well, I'm just going to continue building what I think is a somewhat historic town. And yes, there's probably 100,000 more reasons why this is totally not historic. But hey, at least we're just imagining and trying and doing with these game mechanics what we can do. So I kind of like it. Now we have a warehouse here, and what we should set up is probably some clothing stuff. So we're going to set up clothing. Warm clothing. There's some shoes. And that's all nice, but we also need a stash of firewood. And since we can store 10,000 items in here, if we do 2,500 each, we should be good for a while. I mean, we don't even make shoes yet, so we're not getting that in yet. Let's make this only for the ladies, although other workers can supply this, and they're doing that right now, so that's good. Let me just make sure that we have set up a clothing stall. No, we have not. Well, let's do that then. So here we will sell clothing and warm clothing, some shoes, and some extra firewood. That's fine. There we go. This one can now sell that. Now the stuff will be brought in here anyways, regardless of if you have a worker in here. So that's good. You need a worker in here if you want to buy certain goods and stuff, but we don't want to do that. We just want it stored in here so that, for instance, this lady can just pick it up from here. And she might just be doing that. Oh yes, she's going to pick it up. So that's good. That saves a lot of traveling. And that way, that should work out. Now we do have the weaver. We're making threads and textile here. We do have the tailor, which is now making clothing, which is amazing. We have to find a place for the threads as well, though. So what I actually like to do, turn this down to 2,000. And then we're probably going to store the threads in here as well for a while. I'll set this number to 1,000. It's usually just a bit too much because this adds up too high, but we're not getting any shoes in and such, so we don't need that much. A messenger from the Kachi. Let's sell some charcoal, make some good, decent money. Let us buy a bit of leather, so soon enough we can make some shoes. I think that will be nice. Is there anything else that we need? I don't think at the moment. Nah, we don't need anything else right now. Village is basically going with the flow, so it works, but that's it. We're just building the few houses here now, but these take some time before those trees are removed, so we might plan some other stuff first before we continue with those houses. One of the things we were planning was the bridge. We also had to plan the chapel. Actually, still not entirely convinced where we should place the chapel. This is a very small strip of land that we could use for that. Could also go right here where all the reed is, but I don't know if we can actually build on here. See, this is all inaccessible, but it does not give any other hints about. See, it also states uneven terrain and such. So, well, I guess we should get going with the bridge first. Now, I don't think in an historic town like this, once they've placed a bridge, they would probably never tear it down again. So we have to place the bridge in the right spot at the first time, so that they don't have to ever tear it down. We could build a bridge right here. I think this could work, actually. Should probably make it as low as possible. Too low, yeah. Then, if we get this bridge done, I think that would be nice. Or, the stones here are in the way. That's the problem. Otherwise, we could have built it here. Yeah, it's occupied with these stones. I don't think we can go straight through right here. Nope. occupied. Maybe we can go a bit like this. Because I actually wanted to fit into this little road that we have here, the opening. Place is occupied. If we do it like this, it will at least fit in with that little road that comes down. I actually think that would be the best place then. But let's move this over so that they have time to do these trees. This will take a long time and a lot of wood, which is good because that means that they will use up a lot of the trees that they have. So they have more time and space to cut down the extra trees there. Might be good though to even try and get a few more things going before these two houses will be built. So we have to see how that goes. The weaver and the tailor are now active. Could probably do the shoemaker somewhere behind here. Or somewhere here, but not so sure. And I guess at some point we will be removing this. I don't want to do that, but it just doesn't fit in now, does it? And yeah, I know it's probably not too historic that they would change out these structures early game, but well, we could leave them for a while, just build extra ones or something like that. Well, we can find a fix for it. Now we have the farm out here. It's functional. They're actually sewing it in now. They're not really hiring a lot of people because I probably think we don't have those people at the moment. So that's an issue, but they're almost done already. A lot of it is growing, so I actually think they had help, because otherwise they cannot sew it in so fast. There's only a few hands needed, not the entire bar's filled, so that's good. So yeah, what should be next? Well, we've got another house done right here. Nice. Ah, they got married. Good. So that means no new family. These just got married. They can now make their own family. But yeah. It's always tough to decide what's next in a town like this. Kind of want to go this way because this feels cool, going along the river. But it's also nice if we can get across and then start to work on a chapel here. I wonder... Yeah, we are planning the bridge, but we can't yet put structures up there yet. We have to wait until the bridge is done, so we can't go with that. We could plan a few more houses here along the bank, but then still a few more trees will have to be removed, which might be an issue. We are also making a street out here now, which could get us to... Yeah, we've actually picked a spot where there's just a lot of trees around. That might be the issue. Well, is solvable. Just make sure that all the trees go away. I think the forester would be one of those industries that they would actually remove a lot. Because, yeah, you just go next to the next line of trees and you continue from there on. So that would be one that you would be moving out since they're not really replanting any stuff. But yeah, where we should probably place it in such a place that we don't have to move it fairly quickly if we want to continue the town. So maybe somewhere here. Then they can at least start to work on these trees and chop these away. They will usually go to the closest trees, unless you have buildings that need trees removed, then they will go there. So if we place one here, they will start chopping these trees out first and not go all the way over there. So that could be helpful to the town. We're making little bits of money on the... Yeah, we got the leather in. We're now selling the charcoal. That should get us the money in. Can we fit the shoemaker in this area, or is that too small? I think we can perfectly fit it in here. Now the question is, of course, how will this start to look? Because we have a house here, and I think I want another house on this side, so we get another one of those streets. House with a garden? I think so. Here we have the back alley. I think we could use a back alley here too. But then if we... oh, no. I did not want to hit F1. I wanted to hit F first. So we could rotate this and then do F1. If we start to do it somewhat like this. So we make this the same idea. This will be the back alley here. And then we use this area for... We'll probably go a bit like this to make it look a bit more fun. Because then this might be an area for the shoemaker, but also for maybe a cart parking. Just trying to think a little bit out loud here now to see how we can manage this part of town. Too long, yeah, I was afraid of that. Oh wow, it was really too long. Is this working out as I want it to work out? I don't know. Well, I think this can work. We can always move this, so that's fine. I think they would move clay pits and stuff, so that could be working out. Because then we could place the shoemaker somewhere here. Make a cart shed right there. That follows the line of the street. So somewhat like this, and then the cart parking. Go somewhat like this. So that they can use it. And then we might be able to build another house here at some point once we get rid of that. But that's gonna take some time. I think I moved the shoemaker. We can move this house. We can move the cart shed. So they will do all of these first. We can now see this was at 10 or 11 trees when we started. It's now down to 5, so that works. And this is going to be a ton of work for them. Look, they only got 3,000 wood and 19,000 to come in. So yeah, that will take some time. We have the nails for it, so that is not a worry. That's good. So let's go with that. And one of the other things I was thinking of was that it could be interesting to build 1 or 2 orchards at some place in the middle of town. Just small ones, not the huge ones that you normally build, just smaller ones. I think I mean, we always think, of course, in a huge industrial scale. We want the most products out of something and stuff like that. These people were just like, oh, we need some fruits. Let's plant a few fruit trees and make sure it works. And especially with the limited amount of hands they have in town. So I think these people might actually start out with some small orchards. Like, oh, we have free space here. Let's build a little orchard so that we can make most of the space. We grow fruits. And that's it. And not really worry about the future too much. Of course, there will be some city planning, especially now with a town of 100. They'll have a little bit of leadership and stuff, but we always think that most stuff is really planned out and really laid out well and such, especially in history, but I don't think that works. They just go with the flow, go with what's needed at that point. And especially in this time of history when there's like a whole different set of rules, which is usually the guy in charge decides what happens, and there'll probably be no nature rules and stuff like that. So people could just do what the leader pleased, and the leader could do what's best for the town. So yeah, we'll see. All right, we have firewood in here. We have some threads in here. I hope we're now selling some clothing. Yes, very good. And we still have some warm clothing left. So that's all working out. These are probably soon done with this because they don't have an infinite amount of hemp. We have to get more out of the farm for that. We only have one hemp field all the time. But at least we got started with the clothing production, so people probably won't leave because they lack clothing. We can give them some new clothing if they have to. Let's see, we have a well here. We have a well here. Oh, we have 2 wells here. Okay, oh, that's good. But this whole area can just go there if they need to. We also have a well here. And here. Oh, we have plenty of wells. I was just getting a little bit concerned. But hey, don't have to. I still like this cart parking and then a little park behind it. That's so cool. Maybe working. You can see by the time they're done with the bridge, this house is probably also being able to build. So that speeds up well. Here they go with the bridge. They really build it in sections so that they can get on it and then build the next section and then move forward. They're still bringing in wood. Wow, that's how much they need. Really interesting. Now, I do feel at some point, yeah, they can use this as well. I was thinking maybe we should cut this off somewhere so that they will always go this way and then head towards the bridge. But I don't know, that doesn't feel right. I think this is a route that they could take. Yeah, they should be able to take that as well. All right, let's go over here because, hey, we have some decoing to do. Let's keep things a little bit in line. So here we have maple trees and ash trees. So that's the trees that we'll be using. Ash trees and maple trees. Ash trees. Just place one next to the shoreline. Why not? Okay. I guess they need 1 or 2 benches to sit here. Maybe we can do one here to overlook the little wooden dock there. Okay. Well, that at least adds something again. It just makes it come alive a little bit more than when you don't plant some extras here. I kind of like that. Alright, here they come. More and more stuff being brought in. All resources are collected. That's good news. Then they can hopefully soon finish it. We have a messenger from Merefa again. Let's buy another 250 warm clothing because we're out. And at least then we have some more. We could also buy hemp. It's not expensive. And that gives us the opportunity to make some more clothing. We can actually make money with that extra clothing. So that should be nice. Yeah, this should work out. Okay. Ooh, wow, this is a nice new family that came in. We can't grow any further though. We need at least a chapel now. So we have to wait for the bridge to be done. Then we can start to work on the chapel. And I know some of you suggested we should do it on this little slab of land. So that is what we're going to do. It's a bit what I always do, but it's okay. I guess we could do the chapel out here. Once we get to a church, we can do the church somewhere out here on this slab, so that some prominent placing is used for that. We can also build a small little graveyard with this, I think. I do think, though, that even though it will be a small chapel, they would wall it off normally, because you don't want to look at the graves all the time. I just don't know if we have the right walling for it. This is one little bit smaller piece of walling. So yeah, we could be doing that around it a bit, but I'm not sure. We'll still have to think about that. Now things can evolve over time. We don't have to do that straight up. We can always do it later. Alright, what trees are this? Maple trees, okay. Well, this is housing again. So we're going to continue the Maple Street. This is probably called Maple Street in the future. Don't know, I don't think they'll have street names by the time in this case, but once this start to have street names, this could probably be Maple Street. Just one long street with maple trees that we don't put in front of the industries in the middle of the road. We do only do that where the housing is. Interesting, I like it. Ah, the wooden bridge is ready. Yay! There we go. Very good, very good. That gives us an opportunity to build a chapel. Normally we do everything straight up and such. Might be time to do things differently this time. Let's just make it face this way. There we go. Probably needs an entrance. Some sort of fencing. I don't want to use the cool fencing yet, because I think that's something that they would add in later. So for now, we'll just make like this fencing. And then we just leave an opening here, and then we'll continue with the fencing. Somewhat. Can't build on the water, I know. Okay, so this is somewhat of an entrance. And then we can build a few burial plots here. And they could just probably face this way. But it is not exactly the same. I don't know, maybe this is facing a specific area that people want to be buried in or whatever. I think that's more fun than just doing it the same you always do. So let's just keep this a bit like this. 1, 2, 3. And then this will be the road leading into it, into this little area. And we can always continue further if we want to. And then we'll make a little bit of a bushy area here and here to serve as like sort of a boundary. Probably put a few trees up here at some point. Let's see if we can actually put these all in without hitting some water. Yeah, I'm still thinking about how to proceed further in here, but I think they would plant like 1 or 2 huge trees here, just because it creates something of a more boundary and gives it a little bit more grandeur. I don't know if that's a real term, but hey, who cares? Right. Yep. That should be it. Now this will take some time to get all the trees in, but hey, I want to build the chapel first. Oh, we don't have an empty house anyway, so we don't have to rush it. Because If we had an empty house, it would stay empty because we cannot have new families in right now. But since we don't have to rush the chapel. We can just build it before we build the other houses. They're now busy with the extra forester. Question is, should we just move the people from the forester there so that they can do the job right there? Or I'm kind of thinking we should just remove this part. And in the end, we're going to move this one as well, but just slightly. I think we have to rotate it so it fits with the town. That's probably what I want to do. So it's interesting to see what we can now do with this. Should probably get the people out of this one. Let's put them in here. Tell them to make this one empty, or really make empty. A while ago, I saw one of those little clips on YouTube where a group of people just moved a barn, a very big barn with like 60 people. Especially nowadays, this is all wood, of course. So if you strip the building down to its foundation and everybody get in and they just lift up the building, which is very doable. I mean, you could do that. They could just move this to a certain area where it's better suited. Now, that mechanic is not in the game, but I think that would be one of the things that they could do, like move this a bit. So, for instance, if we want to have the smithy be maybe a little bit more in line with the town like this, of course, we're not going to build it next to the markets, but if we would want that, then that could be done pretty easily, I think. So we could just pretend like we're doing something like that when we move this industry. So we're just moving it to a spot where it's a little bit more convenient to have it. And it will fit the direction of the streets and such. So that's one of the things we could do. Just build a new one, destroy the old one, and pretend like we moved it instead of completely tearing it down. I think if we just plant it like right here, it would already be better suited with the town. Because now the street will run around it. And then we'll probably do an orchard on this side and have a few more other things here so that it won't be too bad for the people living around it. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's place this right here. So the idea is this will be a street part, so we have to get some fencing up here. But that's fine, like this. Yes. And then we go back here. So this is all part of the whole smithy area then. Then we leave an opening here, then we continue right here. So this will be the smithy area. Then here will be the charcoal pits and the smithy. But then here we have something of a street. And they can then go in here. Maybe we can leave this as a little square. And it will feel like we've just moved it, and then we'll rotate, how hard is that? Rotate these a bit, so that it will fit in with the town, and we'll just pretend like we moved it, and we did not really tear it down and build a whole new one. I think that can work. There's still a few logs in there that they could take out. I wonder if they will actually move those, or that we just have to destroy those. It doesn't look like these will be getting the new logs. Ooh, shoemaker is ready. Nice. Let's get one lady in there to work on the shoes. 500. Well, we can put 1,000 leather in there. That should be fine. Cart shed ready. Oh, wow, we're getting somewhere. We're already up to the chapel now, so things speed up a little bit. Gives me also the time to check if we can build the clay pit out somewhere here. So that it will fit this building again. Or we make it fit in with this area too. And it has a permanent place. I think if we place it right here, it will have a permanent place. It can be permanently next to the smithy. And this will just be an area for some construction materials then for the rest of the game. I think that will work. So yeah, let's place it right there. They'll have to remove a few trees for it. We can make them do that quickly. But I think that will work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And then put a guy in here. He can chop these into wood. But he will not be getting new trees. This is probably the fastest way to get rid of these logs. So let's see if he can do that. Going to work. Very good. You go to work. It's due now. We have a messenger from Dakachi. Ooh, let's sell some charcoal. Every time we do that... Ooh, and we probably have to buy a little bit of iron. Yes. Every time we do that, we will increase the demand in the end. So it will start to run up quicker. So always try to do that if they visit. Alright, first log is gone, making it into wood that they can use for construction. Of course, this construction will take a bit of time because they have to get the resources in first. Then all the builders can come in and really start to build it. And they have to go all the way around. We only have one bridge right now. So we should probably work on another bridge somewhere here. Plan that in time. Actually, now that we have the opening here, there's a street here. If we make the street go this way, somewhat like this. Now it says place is occupied because it's in this area and in that area. But if we can actually make this work too low. Oh, this area is too low. Ah, that's a problem. We have to get into a higher area. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yes, see, this is all too low. So out here we can, but then it will be a very long bridge. And I don't want to go behind the town hall. So then we have to come in from this side, I guess. But this is all too low. Here finally we get up into the high areas. Wow, this will be one long bridge. And I don't think I like this. I don't like it there. Question is, can we still build a church, or is it too low for that too? No, we can actually build the church there. But then the bridge should not be there. Because then it's behind the church. And I don't really want to build the church here. So we're going to do that differently. But in the end, we're going to need more bridges. We should... Yeah, most of the town is now moving this way. And we've built the bridge on this side. We go... get a bridge up here. At some point we could get bridges up here. That might be better, that we just leave this whole area open and all the bridges will start from here out. Yeah, we'll see. We don't have to go too fast anyway. It's going quite well. Ooh, we have the chapel up. We can now see, yes, religious needs are satisfied. Everybody that will want to visit the chapel from the town, though, will have to go all this way, visit, and then go back. So, yeah, efficiency is not really a thing in this town. Or it is. It's just bad. But hey, that's fine. I mean, this town is not for efficiency or for making the fastest things. This is just for making a nice looking town. And I think I really enjoy this. So, and of course, feel free to share in the comments what you feel about this town and what your thoughts are and how you see it. Ooh, the carts are ready. That's nice. That means extra carts. I don't think we have made the construction office yet, but that could be a very handy building to get extra builders. So that one might be next too. Let's move this one over so that we can get the smithy earlier. Messenger from Balaklia. Nice. But we don't need anything and we're not selling anything. So that's... maybe are we... no, we're not selling any. Do we still have potatoes and buckwheat? We have 1,000 buckwheat. We have 500 potatoes. And it's soon... luckily harvest. So you can see that with this small farm and with all the people growing their own food, we still have a need for all those buckwheat and potatoes. And actually, we're almost out. So they are actually buying and eating them. So might be good if we don't sell it anytime soon. All right, emptying the storage. Well, we make wood and they empty it. So this guy can come... oh, he's planting a tree at the moment. And then he can come back and hopefully make a bit of extra wood for it. That would be nice. These are all very busy. 2 logs coming in right now. And then hopefully this house is ready soon. This is the next one that we're building, so that's nice. There'll be extra families that can live here. We would get some very good garden produce out of all of this. This looks a bit empty now, though. I mean, the town's already a couple of years old. Nobody died, fortunately. That's great. Oh well. We'll see. All these trees are planted now too. That's good. Carpenter. I like the carpenter. It fits in well with the rest of the housing around it. So yeah, these 2 industries are placed good. I think once we've moved the smithy, place the clay pit next to it and move these charcoal pits. Ooh, let's remove that one already. Oh, we can probably just build it already in the new spot. Which is right here. Here should the charcoal pit go. I mean, the people right now aren't too aware of problems with this stuff. So yeah, we can just place one right here and have it built. This one is now burning. This is the last time we're using this one. So let's get rid of laborers, I guess. I hope they can still empty it though, and that's it. And then once this one is ready and this one's empty, we can place this one here too. Maybe we do even 2 more. I don't know yet. We'll see. Or we do the car parking out here. Like this, that way. I don't know. We'll see how we fill that in. At least we need 2 charcoal pits for this smithy. But I think that will work. That will be helpful if we get it there. These are still chopping the trees for this house. That's also going smoothly. After that, they will build this house, then the clay pit and the smithy, and then we'll do another village house. Could look ahead already to the sand pit. Yeah, that's not really in there. Yeah, there's no... Alright, there's no easy spot. Like, if we could just place it next to this one, that would look cool. But that's not going to happen, so we'll just see later on. That's not for now. We should not plan too much in advance. I like it this way, that we just go with the flow and see how things turn out, and then... Like the smithy, I would never have thought to have moved the smithy just over here. I actually had another idea in my head, but then you see the town and you're like, well, if we just move it a little bit, then it could go right there and it will fit in nicely. So that's what it is. I enjoy this. All right, there goes the house. We'll probably at some point see a road slowly developing towards the chapel, because people will visit the chapel. And if somebody dies, then relatives will visit that grave every now and then too. So that should be something that we see happening. We'll see. Alright, house almost done. Finish it. Yay, another house ready. Alright, the ripening should be busy on the farm. Yes, and then like 10 or 8 days into August, the harvest will start. Perfect. Alright, well, we've made some progress on the town. We've actually placed our first bridge. We have been moving some industries. We have the shoemaker up and running, and we're actually selling shoes now with clothing and warm clothing, so that's perfect. We have an extra cart shed, we have some house, we have a new forester up and running. So, yeah, we develop. Ever so slow, but we develop. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your very interesting comments in the comment section, and of course I will respond to them. And then I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much, and bye bye.